Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through Rift Odyssey. Don't know how far we'll get, we'll just see. Potentially 1 through to 20, but if we can get any further we will, so let's jump in. So this is Nightmare Stage 1 and it looks like we need 3 Avengers Synergy Mates in order to pass through. So let's go ahead and remove all of these. And unfortunately there's a quick deploy button, so we can go ahead and use those as well. So we'll just see what it gives us. So having a look at the Avengers, you can use the typical Avengers setup. So you don't have Sal, Lachesis, Mavis, Janna, and Nerissa here. You know, potentially using Althea, potentially using Arcdina as well, but what I wanted to show off is within the new season synergy. As you can see, we have 4 out of 5 of the dragon, not the dragon, sorry, the Elysians, so the Phoenix, which means that they will switch around if we use one more out of here. So potentially we could put somebody like Leandra in, we could put somebody like Audrey in, we could put somebody like Astrid in, just to get that full synergy buff there. But we're not going to. We are going to use the Avengers synergy here, and let's go ahead and switch Mavis round. We'll put Lachesis at the back, Nerissa and Janna on this back row. We'll go ahead and we'll quick deploy and see what it gives us. So here, keeps backline allies alive, retaining a minimum of 30% HP. At the start of battle, every 1 speed, additionally increases the chance of casting ultimate skill twice. I don't think that's particularly relevant for us, but we'll see how it works. And after triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack against the attacker during battle. It gives heal rate and it gives an increase of speed, so that works well with this as well. So yeah, we'll keep it as is. We're just going to go with the standard relics for the Avengers. You can use Spear, you can use Orb, and you can use... I did pick up a copy of the chest as well, but what we're going to do, because I have more stars in it, we're going to go with the Hand of Tyr. Now if you don't have those relics, you can use Healing Vase, you can use Blades of Chaos, and you can use... Hand of Tyr. I would highly recommend picking up a copy of Hand of Tyr. There's so many ways of accessing this relic now through various different summoning methods, but I don't think primarily that's what we want to do. We do want to use the Spear, and if we do run into some trouble, say we're dying way too quickly, we can in fact put the Blades of Chaos in as well, but I don't foresee that being too much of an issue. So let's go ahead and see how this first match goes in Nightmare 1. Okay, so we get our Holy Shield, and that's thanks to Janna and Nerissa, both being Deviants. Now we could apply more Holy Shield with the Blades of Chaos, but for me, at the moment, the Spear does what we want it to do. Now, as you can see, our units have switched around, and it's because they've attacked and they are part of the Elysians. So, as you can see, Janna now on the front row and Sal on the front row, so we're just switching up back and forth, and the whole point is to get our units in this top left hand corner. So what I mean by that is we will get a buff based on if the unit goes in that back corner. So that was cool. We triggered our ultimate twice, which means that our Sal got buffed up and we doubly removed all of the buffs from enemies here. So Nerissa doing a fair bit of damage, and Sal doing a relatively fair bit of damage as well, but it's because we've not buffed him up as much. So the switch mechanic in full force here, because we do have the 4 Elysians. Fortunately, we've got this Holy Shield stack. And every time one of our summoned units does die, we will get the buff here. And that's on both Janna and on Sal as well. So I think potentially, with the way that things are going at the moment, we can look to switch things up to get under shields, specifically to beat this Valentus team. Or if we can survive the first 4 rounds, I believe they lose their attack buff as well. I think the switch mechanic is quite good as well, and primarily because it's making us change our Holy Shield people. So as you can see, we've now got 2 Holy Shield users on the front. Oh, we did do. It's super unpredictable because it's random. Unfortunately, Sal retaliating there with a basic, and that's part of our relics. Now, every time that we do, it seems every time we lose one of our summoned units, it will gain health because of this Atrops. But we are able to double trigger ultimates based on that relic and based on the speed that we have as well. So it does seem to work out quite well. That relic, hopefully Sal can give us some big damage here. Yep. Perfect. And then Nerissa here, gonna pop off. Even after death. Because that's just who she is as a unit. Perfect. So that was the team setup that we're going to use moving forward. So let's go ahead, jump into the next battle and see how the Ethereals do against us as well. It is a shame that they don't include newer units in here. So say for example they don't put Eudora in here, they don't put Nawi in here, they don't put Mavis, they don't put Janna in here. Yeah, a lot of the stronger newer units just don't get put into this particular Rift Odyssey or any of the new events, which is a shame. And there we've got Sal switching with Janna. Again, it is random, got no control over it. And shield strength is quite high for enemies as well. Fortunately, we're able to knock off shields with Lachesis. Very powerful ability in PvE as well as PvP. Just removing all debuffs removing all buffs from all enemies. So Sal putting in some work there. And Mavis also doing a fair bit of damage to Karnak as well. Yeah, I think we've got this one in the bag. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and skip and see how far we get after this first round. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and skip. So it looks like 5 rounds, Sal able to close things out with his second ultimate. We'll go ahead and skip the rest of them up to stage 10, where we should see, well, we'll skip this next couple. We'll jump into stage 5, where there should be a boss mission as well. So we'll just see who the boss is and what ability they have here. So Minotaur implies 10 stacks of defense, increasing defense. So I don't think particularly we need a counter hero for this one. I think we'll just be able to push through. Yeah, so 6 rounds rather than 5. If you did need a counter hero, it will list who the available counter hero is within the within it itself. So let's go ahead and skip through. Now I thought the Lachesis might be a bit of a problem removing our buffs, but fortunately able to power through. This one might be a bit tougher, primarily because of the Phantom synergy. So as you can see, you've got Minotaur, Franz, and Persephone here. Yep, so round 8 that we got up to there.
Your souls belong to the deceased.
Round 9, and finally, so as you can see, we've already countered Persephone. So every time Lachesis will take action, she'll dispel the Fortitude effect from the enemies as well. So let's just have a look at that in action and see how that works. So as you can see, Fortitude counter here. Normally Persephone would place a Fortitude counter on Sal here. And I do like that animation of them putting the Holy Shield on. Makes it a bit more impactful, I think. For me personally, anyway. I do like it. As you can see, every time a miss happens, we'll retaliate with a basic attack, which will build up over time. Avengers, just a very slow building team. So every time an ally unit is summoned, Nerissa will get an attack increase, and every time a unit dies, Janet and Sal will both get the buff as well. Okay, yeah, so I think we should be good on this one. Yeah, so let's go ahead and skip. So it looks like round 8. So it took us to round 8, and we did get the invoked crystals as well. Now, next one is Doom's Synergy. So unfortunately, I've just buffed up my Dooms, and what we're going to do is take out the artifacts as well. And the reason for that is because we have quite a number of artifacts, seasonal artifacts. So it may choose different artifacts for us as well. So we'll jump into our Dooms team. I'm going to go with standard Doom setup. If you do have higher level Ophelia, I would suggest replacing either Madeline, well, probably just Madeline with Ophelia, and potentially putting in Merlin there as well. So let's choose our Doom's relics. I will go with Shield, and I will go with yeah, we'll go with Scales as well. This is the setup that I want to use. Then we'll go ahead, quick deploy, and as you can see, it's given us basically the same relics. So what I'm going to do is take this out, and I'm going to increase the reflect rate. And I'm going to take out the speed. We'll keep that one in, and I don't think we need heal rate on that one, so we can pop in. So this is control effect. What I think might be best, actually, is damage boost, attack, and then we've still got 5 left. So we can't put one of the big ones in, but we can put in attack by 20%, effect accuracy, and effect resistance as well. So we've got our full 21 here. Now, I think you can increase this. So increasing artifact gift level raises the cost limit. So every time we increase our artifact level limit, it will increase the cost limit as well, which I think is a fairer system than forcing us to buy the increases using the resources that should be used on artifacts. But that's just my opinion on things. We'll just see how this team fares. So as you can see, we get a lot of attack and defense buffs from Halissa here. Halissa, what a unit! I absolutely love Halissa. She is just so impactful. As well as Madeline. I think Madeline is very important. The reason for that is because of the dragon. So the dragon will retaliate every time. She'll summon another dragon and she'll retaliate. Hopefully we can switch out one of these frontline units. And I really do need to get Lamia's attack up. As you can see, Halissa doing massive damage here. As is Madeline. So it looks like reflect rate has gone up for us, and we take out those 2. There is a phantom synergy in play in Ayushta, and Sylvan as well. But we should get Doris to finish things off here. If not on the next round. So we get a bit of healing here from the scales. It's not too impactful because we just lost all of it. But it does compensate slightly. And there we go. So that's the dooms. Relatively quick. I think we can go ahead and skip through, unless we hit a stage that we can't beat. We can go ahead and skip through to 20 on this one. So Halissa doing the most damage here as well. Again, one of the best units. One of the best units that they've released in quite a long time, and she was free to play. Just absolutely mental. I do love Halissa. And she's so versatile. That was Emily, by the way, the boss. I believe she applies curse to units, but it looks like we didn't need to counter that because the rest of the units were a bit weak. Same is true of here. Now, where are we up to? 17. Yeah, so we've got a couple more matches here with Dooms, and then we'll stop on 20 and we'll watch that all the way through. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting this done in under 3 rounds. Stage 19. And then one last round, and who is the mercenary here? Applies attack increase to bosses. So we'll just see how this works, because it's an attack increase to the Monarch synergy. So every time, so for every 1% in health lost, Monarchs increase their own attack as well. Now with the Holy Shield, it might be a bit tough, but hopefully our dragon can take things out here. Yeah, so doing a fair chunk of damage here. Even getting through that Holy Shield as well. And that's the increase in attack on enemies doing that, I believe. So as you can see, you've got an increase in attack. Victoria, able to survive relatively well. But we'll see how things go after we have used up all of our supers as well. There's Lily and Leah down. Unfortunately, the majority of our buffs have gone, and that's because there's 2 Celestials on the team, on the enemy team. So every time one of their units were to die, every time one of their units is to die, oh, flipping heck. So maybe it is a bit tougher than I thought. Okay, well, we'll have another go at this. And maybe I used to pulls through, but it's very unlikely. Doing the old switching position, even though there's nobody to switch with. Scales for trigger, giving us full HP, and Ayushta pulls it out. Look at that. So if you're going to invest in a unit, invest in Ayushta. She's very good. Right, okay, so that is it. I'm going to leave it there for now, and I will release another couple of videos over the coming days in order to go through the entire event. So thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a great day, and if you can like and subscribe, really appreciative. Thanks for watching. Bye.